Do Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown have smoke with Luka and Kyrie? Tatum and Brown will never admit this publicly, but with the doubt being thrown their way, you know the answer is yes. Let me explain. Before the finals began, Vegas odds makers favored Boston to win the series, making them the first Eastern Conference team since the 2013 Heat to be favored going into the finals. But Dallas overall is looking like America's team, as the entire country, except for the Upper East Coast and Hawaii, picked the Mavs to win the series despite the odds. ESPN's Zach Lowe clearly said this about Tatum before the series.
He's not one of the 5 best players in the NBA, but he's something around 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 6th. I mean, that's pretty good. People want him to be better than that, and he's not quite on the level of the top 4 or 5 guys.
Jaylen Brown wasn't recognized at a local deli back in his home state of Georgia and Atlanta.
All right, we got my brother right here. I'm gonna get him a 5-star meal right now. You know what I mean? Best cuisine. Get him, 5-star luxury meal. American deli. Like, let's go. Yo, my people. What's up, baby? You good? You don't remember me? Nah? That's crazy. This my man's right here. You know what I mean? What's good, brother? This my man's right here. Yeah, we go way back. Yeah.
I don't think I know you, bro.
Well, that last one was a joke, but I think you get the point. You think Tatum and Brown aren't going to have a problem with all this? These are guys that rarely miss games. They have 100+ playoff games under their belt together. They have consistently made long playoff runs, and still, they are facing this kind of shade from America and its local delis. The best duo in the league conversation seems to renew itself every year, depending on who's winning. But you know a duo who's always in the mix? Tatum and Brown. They've been winning ever since they entered the NBA. Matter of fact, they've been winning so much so that it seems like people are tired of them winning, even if they finally win the whole thing this year. So when the clear frontrunner in this conversation of best duo could be a dynamic duo that averaged a combined 51 points per game, and with only 2 losses in the 2024 NBA playoffs heading into the finals, the key word here is could. Why isn't it a certainty, a formality, that this duo is the best in the league? Because of these two.
What's that chemistry been like between you two superheroes on this team?
He's the best man. I'm the Rockets.
Don't get me wrong, the Celtics had the best record in the league in 2023-24, and they smoked Dallas in Game 1 of the finals, but Tatum and Brown are coming for Luka and Kyrie's spot, not the other way around. How can I say this? Well, after watching this video, let's see who you think the best duo in the league is. Alright, let's pause for a quick shout out to Rakuten, who is not sponsoring this video, by the way. They're just the #1 option for cashback with online shopping. I use Rakuten whether it's through the website or the app every time I shop online, and I have a link in the description down below. Now, I'm completely transparent. This is an affiliate link. I will get credit if you go to this link, but most importantly, you will get credit, because when you spend $30, you'll get $30 back, and whatever store that you're shopping at, depending on the cashback that they're giving right now, you'll get that percentage back as well. It's legit. I've used this for years. Think about it like this. Support my channel through the link by buying whatever you want online. That's a pretty good deal, right? Let's get back to the video. Kyrie has referred to basketball as art a lot throughout his career, and what he and Luka have displayed on the court throughout this season and playoff run, well, I gotta tell you, it's been museum-worthy stuff, people. I mean, you don't get to claim the title of most viewed video ever across NBA social media platforms, generating more than 260 million video views without putting together some jaw-dropping stuff. Luka and Kyrie back it up on the statistics side as well, as they averaged 51.6 combined points per game heading into the 2024 finals. And with a lot of the internet and media discourse being centered around the star duos of the finals, I've noticed the majority favor Luka and Kyrie as the better duo. Beware of anyone out there switching up after one game as well. You're not going to get that here. But what about this smoke that I mentioned earlier? Where's all that at? Well, me saying that Tatum and Brown have competitive smoke with Luka and Kyrie in these finals, this is not my attempt to manufacture some beef like Chandler Parsons tried to with Porzingis in Dallas and Luka.
Don't get it twisted. They do not like Porzingis in Dallas. Luka.
So you can speak to that.
Luka did not like playing with him. There is an actual beef there.
You see, that's why I don't watch a lot of that, because people don't know. I talked to Chandler Parsons maybe twice in my life, so I don't know how he would do that. But me and KD have a good relationship. I don't know what people say otherwise.
Nah, that ain't this, and this ain't that, people. Tatum and Brown won't admit to it because they're not going to make this series about themselves, and for good reason. Boston has been the best team the majority of the year. The key word here is team. I think that was evident by the performance that they turned in Game 1, where their second leading scorer was a dude who hadn't even played in over a month. Heck, the Celtics unit is so strong as a whole that Drew Holiday said this. Drew Holiday is crazy for saying this about guarding Luka. Take a listen.
Throwing different guys at him, different guys that play defense differently, some aggressive, some not, but I think even our white guys guard. So it's hopefully it's a challenge on them, and hopefully we can continue to do that.
Pause. Nah, but if a white guy would say this in reverse, the media would be in a frenzy. Hey, he said it, not me. And don't try to tell me that Drew was just talking about Derek White here. That was guys that he said, plural. But shout out Drew, man, he keeps it real.
Locked up 1-on-1 against Kyrie Irving. What can you do to try to nullify, thwart, stop, whatever it is, Kyrie?
Anyway, with that said about Boston's team, I'd be shocked, genuinely shocked, if the result of this series wasn't mainly reliant upon which team's star duo outperforms the other, regardless of what we saw from the role players in Game 1. And if you like the result of Game 1 or not, you can still like this video, subscribe, leave a comment if you want to see more content like this. So, if you enjoy it or you got some feedback, be vocal like Boston fans are with Kyrie, and let me know about it. There's a lot of folks out there who are saying that Boston's path to the finals was a cakewalk due to the injuries to their opponent's best players. Whether you agree with that statement or not, something that's a fact is that they haven't faced a team with two killers like Dallas. Luka entered the finals leading all players in points with 49, rebounds with 164, and assists with 150, and he put up a 30-point, 10-rebound double-double in Game 1. So it's not that complicated. I don't need advanced analytics to say, if that ain't pure dominance, then I don't know what is anymore, people. Luka stuns everyone he plays against, and to see how his family has grown in the 2024 postseason, you can check out my video on that with a link on the screen here and in the description. So Luka is a father to many sons, and Kyrie is playing in his fourth finals, and is a champion who hit one of the biggest shots in finals history in 2016. Tatum and Brown's accomplishments to this point start to look a bit more thin in comparison. But hold up, is that even fair to say, or is there a flip side to this coin? Well, I'll just let Massachusetts native Ryan Russillo explain the perception of this.
It's been now, when you think of it, like, wait, this is 7 years of this. When is it finally going to pay off? When I feel like the 17 Eastern Conference Finals is ridiculous they were even in it. The 18, they went to Game 7 with the first year of Tatum, the second year of Brown. So it makes it feel like these guys have been around forever, but they haven't been able to get it done. 20 was losing, I think, to a better team in Miami. Last year was massively disappointing. So I think there's this emotional hangover with this team where 24 can't live on its own. Like, no one's going to be happy about anything with 24, the spectacular statistical profile they have, smashing everybody in the East. Nobody cares because they feel like this group has been around too long, when I think they've just been ahead of schedule, and that's the price that they're paying.
JT, he's got a lot weighing on these finals, and I think we all know it. If Luka suns him like he has everyone else in these playoffs, it looks bad for a guy that has called himself among the best players in the league, and even the best player in the league, and who's extension eligible this offseason. And although Luka has just a 5-6 record against Boston in his career before the finals, you can make that 5-7 now, he turned in plenty of applications to adopt some of their players back in 2021.
Doncic, down to 3 seconds, 2 seconds, Doncic for the win! Oh yeah! Luka Doncic! The dagger!
On consecutive possessions and down the stretch, Luka gets to his spot, step back, deep three, 2 people on him. And he's showing why he is an all-star.
Luka did it to Boston last year, February 23rd, here at American Airlines Center.
Even more reason why they're going to double it.
Yep. It's Luka against Josh Richardson, left side of the floor. Luka's three is a ring. And to Boston again!
But man, when I tell you this guy here, man, is one of the most amazing late game players that I've ever seen. Been around this league for a long time. But you don't see this every night from Luka Doncic.
Pause. Sure, 2021 was a while ago at this point, but Luka's still working on getting approved for that father status in 24. A 30-point double-double in his finals debut can help him get there. Of course, though, he'll need his teammates to start knocking down shots, which can happen. Kyrie came into Boston and expected the boos to be louder.
Over the past few years, just experiencing the playoffs here, even regular season, it's been the same thing. I thought it was going to be a little louder in here, but I'm expecting the same things going into game 2. Crowd trying to get me out of my element.
But there wasn't much for the Celtics fans to boo him about when they were leading by as many as 29 in game 1. Kai went just 6 of 19 from the field for 12 points, but as a member of the team that pulled off that only 3-1 comeback in finals history, I don't think it would be wise to count him out now. If Kyrie outplays Tatum and Brown over the course of this series, he'll experience a father moment of his own, considering he helped mentor them during his time in Boston. And let's not leave out the obvious here, Boston fans have smoke with Kyrie for this moment.
You guys will have me back. I plan on re-signing here next year.
You what?
So disrespectful!
Oh my goodness! My leg!
And you know Kai is going to look to dish the smoke right back to the Boston fans with a big performance. But Tatum and Brown ain't trying to hear that father stuff after handling their business against Dallas in the regular season and in Game 1. Their first matchup this year was in Dallas on January 22nd, 2024. Tatum turned in a 39-point, 11-rebound, and 5-assist performance, while Brown added 34 points and hit Luka with this snatchback crossover that quite literally dropped him to earth. Boston won 119-110, but this was against Dallas pre-trade deadline though. Their second matchup came on March 1st in Boston, and it was not close. Tatum dropped 32 points and 8 rebounds, while Brown added 25 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists to win 138-110. And Game 1 of the finals, well, it was a similar story in terms of the outcome. Now, Boston might have won by 18, but Tatum had just 16 points on 6 of 16 from the field to go along with 11 rebounds and 5 assists, and Brown contributed a team-high 22 points and added 3 blocks. But still, this wasn't a game where Tatum and Brown proved to be clearly the better duo, in my humble opinion, and I still believe we're going to get to see that get tested at some point in this series. But what say you? In your humble opinion, who's the best duo in the league, and will that opinion change depending on who wins these finals? Sound off in the comments with your take, and I'll be ready to read and reply to y'all's responses. And I'll be back with another episode of Topic Tackle coming soon. As always, stay solid, people.